Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to CNN News 18. Sir, first of all, I would like to know the status of ongoing conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia. And also, sir, there are reports that 7,000 people, or perhaps even more, have been evacuated by Armenia from the areas of Nagorno and Karabakh. And in fact, we are also getting the pictures of people migrating from those areas after most of those territories have been occupied by Azerbaijan forces.
Well, first of all, it is not occupation by Azerbaijani forces.
Okay.
These people were illegal troops that Armenia held in the territory of Azerbaijan.
Okay.
Some 10,000 illegal military troops till recently were in the territory of Azerbaijan with their family members. And of course, local population was kept hostage of the political interests of the leadership of Armenia and the puppet regime that it created in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan. After a chain of provocations, the last one was on 19 September, the government of Azerbaijan decided to start local counter-terror measures in the Karabakh region. But during those operations, the civilians were not targeted. They were warned to stay away from military installations because military installations were in the civilian, very close to civilian objects. They were sent SMS on their mobiles to keep away. They were informed through leaflets. And they were safe. So nobody offered them to leave. They were not forced out.
Okay.
And that was a personal decision of each one to move to Armenia. But these people who are not the family members of the illegal military troops, who did not commit heavy crimes in the territory of Azerbaijan, they can return back to Azerbaijan and reintegrate in the Azerbaijani society. For that, Azerbaijan has launched a website. It's called reintegration.gov.az.
Okay.
And already the application by ethnic Armenians started.
So Armenia is perhaps making it or taking position by saying that 120,000, if I'm not wrong, ethnic Armenians in Karabakh, and it's about the fight for their rights and security. So are you guaranteeing the security and rights of ethnic Armenians?
First of all, 120,000 ethnic Armenians, that is a grossly exaggerated figure.
Okay.
That is given by Armenian sources.
Yes.
In reality, it is much less.
Okay.
And of course, the government of Azerbaijan guarantees the rights, equal rights, as any other citizen of Azerbaijan to ethnic Armenians who were living in the Karabakh region. And as I said already, the central authorities has launched the website. The migration agency is already receiving applications. And those who left for Armenia, if they wish to return back, they are free to apply for reintegration as the citizens of Azerbaijan.
Okay. So my next question is regarding the role of Russia. Perhaps Russia is seen as a country balancing between Armenia and Azerbaijan. In fact, they have a base in Armenia as well. Do you see that this conflict or this ongoing conflict between the two countries was also a result of tensions between Russia and Ukraine?
I don't think that these two things are directly connected. You see, the Armenian government is making a chain of provocations. We offered to Armenia to withdraw its illegal military troops from the territory of Azerbaijan. And for 3 years, we have been asking them to fulfill what is obligation of Armenia signed by the Prime Minister of Armenia in the trilateral statement. of 10 November 2020. But Armenia, under different pretext, refused to remove illegal troops. Then the Prime Minister of Armenia congratulated the illegal regime created in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan on anniversary of its establishment. The following provocation was on the 9th September when they were held so-called presidential elections in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan by choosing the leadership of the so-called president of illegal puppet regime of Armenia. And the last straw was when sabotage group of Armenian illegal troops, they planted landmines in the demined territories.
Okay.
And those territories were clear from landmines. And you know, the demining is very expensive process. And Armenia left over 1 million landmines in the territories of Azerbaijan. So those territories were demined and used by for supply of Azerbaijani troops. So repeatedly, the civil servants, the military personnel were using those roads. And all of a sudden, two civilians who were doing some works there exploded on the landmine. And then the four policemen who went to survey also died because of the explosion of another landmine in the vicinity when they were viewing the area, and 6 others were wounded. So it shows that in a safe areas, the infiltrated sabotage group of Armenian military, they again replanted landmines. And then on the same day, the 19th of September, started local counter-terror measures, and they lasted for 1 day. The condition was one: the illegal Armenian armed forces, they have to lay down their weapons, and when they lay down their weapons, the operation will stop. And this happened. The next day, on the 20th of September, at 1 p.m., was reached the agreement that military operation will stop. Armenian armed forces started laying down their weapons, and then we understood the scope, the magnitude of militarization of the region by Armenia. As of yesterday, we have information that 76 tanks and armed vehicles, 111 air defense systems, 95 artillery units, rocket launcher systems and mortars, and multiple radio electronic warfare equipment were received due to disarmament. It shows that the region was heavily militarized, and the last one that I mentioned, this radio electronic warfare equipment, it was used for jamming the signals of airplanes flying over the territory, and it created a risk for the safety of airplanes and passengers, not only of Azerbaijan airlines, but of foreign airlines flying over those territories. So once the Armenian militaries, they left their weapons, they were free to go to Armenia. And that was created. The next day, on the 21st September, there was a meeting between the representatives of the central government of Azerbaijan and representatives of the Armenian population in the city of Yevlakh. And it was agreed that the illegal puppet regime has to dissolve itself. And with this agreement, the regime announced that as of 1st January, it will dissolve itself. And now the reintegration process is started and is going on.
Okay. So my next question is regarding the role of India. Perhaps India has supplied Pinaki rocket launcher to Armenia during the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan, and there was some sort of a discomfort which was raised by the Azerbaijan to India. But largely India's position has been against war, any kind of a war. Even Prime Minister Modi has said on international platforms that this is not an era of war. How do you see India's role given the rise of India in the geopolitics, and how do you look at India supplying Pinaki rocket launchers to Armenia?
First of all, supplying of Pinaka rockets to Armenia, of course, we ask the Indian government to reconsider, because now with this counter-terror operation, now with clearing the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan from weapons, we solved our internal issue. Karabakh conflict is history now, it's over. Now starts the reintegration. But militarizing Armenia, that would give ideas to and aspirations to revanchist forces in Armenia, and that is dangerous for the fragile peace that is established in the region. Totally agree with words of Prime Minister Modi that
this is not an era of war.
This is not an era of war, so the Armenia should consider seriously the offer of Azerbaijan and work towards signing the peace agreement with Azerbaijan, and then work on delimitation and demarcation of state border between Armenia and Azerbaijan should be finalized, and with this we'll have a lasting peace in the region. Azerbaijan does not shoulder on other countries its own responsibilities. We solve our internal issues ourselves, but at the same time we appreciate those countries who fairly put efforts in mediation between Armenia and Azerbaijan. We are grateful for that, and we hope that the international community should help Armenia not to have revanchist aspirations, but to work seriously towards signing a peace agreement with Azerbaijan.
Okay. So my very last question is regarding the North-South corridor and the impact of conflict. Sir, Azerbaijan is a very important part of North-South corridor, which was perhaps signed in the year 2002, and we have also been told that there have been multiple rehearsals on that patch, perhaps to make the supply from India to Europe, to Russia easier. Do you see that this ongoing conflict, or perhaps this particular development, would have some sort of impact on that corridor? Point number one. Point number two, sir, India has hosted G20, and the main focus point was the impact that war has on the price rise, inflation in supply chains. Would like you to share your thoughts on both of these topics.
International North-South Transport Corridor, it is a corridor which has great potential for the region, for Indian exporters in particular. It connects India to Russian market, to European Union markets. This year's in May, Russian Federation signed agreement with Iran on allocating 1.3 billion US dollars for construction of missing railway link on the international North-South Transport Corridor. That is between cities of Rasht and city of Astara on the border of Azerbaijan. So with that construction, the railway will smoothly go from the ports of Iran to the Russian Federation and European Union markets via territory of Azerbaijan. So Indian exporters would be saving on time and on cost. These two criteria are very important because first, it should be cheaper, and second, it should be faster. And with this, estimates are that transportation from India through INSTC transport corridor would be some 40% faster and some 30% cheaper. And the volume of transported goods will reach 15 million tons annually once the construction ends, and it is estimated to end by 2027. As for the role of India in the world and the successful chairmanship in G20, yes, the conflicts, they create disruption in the chain of supply. But at the same time, it creates another opportunities to step in and establish new supply chains. That is why the markets, they respond. For instance, India drastically increased the purchase of crude oil from Russia and also from Azerbaijan. And this is another way how markets react. So the inflation increased, of course, on food products increased, but hopefully through coordinated action of large players in partnership with the developing countries, this could be mitigated.
Okay.
And the world economy will be balanced again.
Okay. So thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.